Alrighty, whether you are new to the journal world or you just kind of want to have some tools in your kit that help you continue your practice, this video is for you. So when you first start out journaling, or if you want to really develop your habit, you want to start out with a notebook that you really enjoy. And they have all kinds of different sizes, ranging from this kind of middle of the road size to really small. They have like the composition size, but this is an A5 Midori blank notebook. And through my 12 years of journaling, this is probably the one that I have really gravitated to the most. It's not super thick, so it's not intimidating to start, because then you feel like you have to finish all the pages. It's kind of thin, it's portable, and it doesn't get super heavy even if you add a lot of ephemera or whatever to it. So that is the first thing that you want to make sure you have is a comfortable notebook. And chances are the very first one you get is not going to be what's perfect to you. You're going to have a lot of trial and error, and that's just part of the fun. So if you start one and it's not right for you, don't be afraid to jump out of it and get into something different. The whole aspect of journaling is to be something that's comforting for you, that makes you feel good, and you want to continuously do and come back to. And you're not going to want to do that if you don't like what you have. So the second thing are pens or pencils or whatever writing utensil you use. You want to make sure you enjoy your writing utensil. I would say this is just as important as the notebook you use, because if you don't like it, if it doesn't feel right in your hand, you're not going to want to be able to, or you're not going to be able to write very long, and you're just going to kind of fall out of practice. So my personal favorites right now are this Bic Atlantis Ultra Comfort. It has a really good grip on it for long form writing, so you don't get your hands don't get super fatigued after a while, because some pens unfortunately do have that effect. But here's a little ink test of this one. It's not super dark. This one I'd say is primarily for comfort purposes, for long form journaling when I have a lot I want to get out on the page. The second one that I really enjoy, and another YouTuber actually told me about this, is the Staples Pro Gel 0.7. This is a super bold gel ink. I really like it. I consider it 0.7 in gel ink to be about a medium. I know some people say it's a fine, and it might be classified as fine, but I really find it's more of a medium size with the gel. The one downfall to this for long form writing is it's kind of a triangular grip on the end, and you will get a little fatigue after a while if you hold a pen kind of how I do at an angle. Long form journaling, you might need to switch it out, but it's a great pen for the ink quality. My next pen that I have is the Bic Gelocity 0.7. Kind of probably noticing a theme. I like the ones with the clip, a good grip, and a clicker. So here is the ink test on that. Really good quality. I wouldn't say it's quite as dark as the Pro Gel, but I'd say it's darker and a little smoother than the Atlantis. And the last pen that I really enjoy for just day-to-day journaling, we're probably all familiar with this pen at this point because they became really popular for a while, is the Sharpie S Gel 0.7. Has a really smooth ink flow. When Sharpie came out with this, they kind of like blew up in the journaling world. I know a lot of people really gravitated toward them, and for good reason. They're a really good quality pen. They dry fairly fast and they write smooth. So the next thing that I really enjoy when I am writing is having good highlighters. Now I've used the mild liners, like the zebra mild liners, and I enjoy those, but I do feel like they dry fairly quick. And these ones from Sharpie, called the S Note, I've personally really enjoyed. I got them in like I think 28 pack, so there's a bunch of them. I just pulled out a few of my favorite colors to use to show you, but they have a really good variety, and they have not dried out nearly as fast as the mild liners. I will say though, with gel inks, they can tend to smear, so you kind of have to do a test before you really start using them. But they're vibrant, they're bold, good ink flow, and I use use these probably almost daily for one thing or another. The next thing that I really enjoy now that we're out of kind of the utensils in the notebook, which is the standard, you know, you can just start with a pen and paper. These are just some extra things that I enjoy to add to really make that practice fun and engaging. I like adding little memos, like little memo sheets, or, you know, of course, Post-it notes, just standard Post-it notes, because if you're out and about and you want to write something down, a quote, a song lyric, a thought that just pops in your head, and you don't have your big notebook, you can just write it down and then stick it in, glue it in, tape it in, whatever, and then you always have these with you. And it adds like a little bit of fun color to the page to brighten it up. Or just these little memo sheets. You can find them all over the place, on Amazon, Etsy, AliExpress, really wherever. I got these ones in particular at, oh gosh, Miniso. So I really thought these were cute, and I use these all the time. There was a ton in the pack, and I think this is probably one of my most used items. Okay, the next thing that I would say is definitely something that keeps it engaging is getting pictures printed. I know that's kind of an old practice, and it might age me a little bit to say that, but I promise I'm only in my 20s. So if you get pictures printed and you can cut them out, tape them in, glue them in, it really makes it an atmosphere you want to keep coming back to, even just for the sake of memory keeping. You want to look back at pictures, at memories, and you'll flip back through it and you'll become engaged again, even if you stop writing for a little bit. And it's a great way to remember stuff that you may not have remembered otherwise, or that would have just got lost in your camera roll on your phone. So I think bringing it into physical, something physical you can hold and maneuver and, you know, do what you want with, is really beneficial for journaling and just like mental health in general, actually. And then for my glue sticks, sometimes I use tape to tape them in. Sometimes I just use these Elmers washable school glue sticks. And what I do is at like back to school time, they always have like the big packs of them, and they're a little cheaper at that time. I just get big packs because I go through these like so fast. I use them all the time on all my pages for pictures or memos or whatever. I just go through these so fast, but I think they're great and they're versatile, and you can use them up and take them with you and throw them in your bag, and it's no big deal. Okay, we're kind of getting down to the nitty-gritty here of like the things that, you know, you might not typically have on hand, but if you're wanting to, you know, really get into journaling and expand your practice, these are things that you might enjoy. I really like washi tape. Now, I did not always like washi tape. It's kind of been like a love-hate relationship. Sometimes I will really like washi tape, and sometimes I won't want to use it because I don't like when the edges peel up, or, you know, it's like a love-hate relationship. But as of right now, I have been using up my washi tape. I have so many rolls and I really enjoy it, and I have been for probably all of 2024, and it's been great to like expand that creative aspect of, you know, just using different colors and patterns and making your pages really fun and vibrant. And then coming kind of with that washi tape area is little stamps. Now, I was gonna add stickers in here, and then I changed my mind because stickers, you know, you place down and then it's done, and it can kind of get expensive, and I want the things that I show you here to be fairly inexpensive, so, you know, most people will hopefully have access to this. But stamps, you know, they might be a little more expensive than stickers to start out, but then you have it, you can use it. You can use highlighters to color the stamp and stamp it down. You can use ink pads. You can use this over and over again, whereas stickers is kind of one and done. Don't get me wrong, I love my stickers, but if you're just starting out and wanting to make it something fun, stamps are a great way to do that. And then last but not least, this is the one thing that you definitely do not have to have, and it's just an extra thing that I've come to enjoy, but I definitely did not have it at the start, but I just want to throw it in here because I think it makes it really fun, is this label maker. And that sounds so silly probably to like want a label maker for journaling, but when you have a quote or like a name or like label on top of pictures or designs or whatever, it just adds such a unique character to your page. And I just found that after I started doing that, I started loving journaling so much more because it just felt so unique to me. So that is all of the things that I have to show you guys, that if you're starting out, if you want to continue your journey, or even if you're just thinking about traveling and want to know what are some good items to throw in a bag so that you can continue your practice when you're traveling. Those are my recommendations. If you have any other recommendations, please let me know in the comments, and I will be glad to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.